The Joshua thing is crazy.
Is that a real conversation?
Jake's a fucking lunatic, and it's probably real. And this is a guy who had never been knocked down, let alone knocked out.
Every bit of Jake Paul is not a real boxer conversation is gone.
Dad said that AJ could beat him with his, and I completely will back that up. Even if AJ had a broken arm in there, it still wouldn't go past a minute. To be quite honest with you, and as a safe...
Talking right now about doing Anthony Joshua, Jake...
I know, I saw that.
Jake Paul apparently wants that fight. And he agreed to, I think it was 99% to 1, where Joshua gets 99% of the money and he gets 1%.
Jake Paul probably doesn't care about the money.
Well, that's plenty of money. And if he won, oh my God, if he beat Anthony Joshua, good Lord. Good Lord. I mean, that's a big if.
I mean,
Anthony Joshua, Olympic gold medalist, former heavyweight champion of the world. What he did to Francis Ngannou, good Lord.
Yes.
Do you want that smoke?
Yeah, I just think it's all about the promotion or whatever. That fight's not competitive at all.
Well, it's a dangerous fight.
Yeah.
Because Joshua's going to try to be an example out of it, for sure.
And will.
I mean, I think Joshua looks the biggest one-punch KO artist.
At the end of the day, my God, how good does it make me look? He gets beat by Jake Paul. Well, that automatically makes me 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, doesn't it? There's no proper way. I've got a laugh. He's not boxed off by me a little over 2 years ago. And now all of a sudden, he's talking about fighting Anthony Joshua. It's like, come on. You can't be serious. You can't beat me. I'm not Anthony Joshua, am I? So it's just ludicrous.
Jake just hired a powerhouse attorney to help him take down people who are claiming that his fights are rigged. As you know, they're not. But it does hurt his business and his credibility. And when a guy like Piers Morgan says something like that, who has a massive, massive platform and just throws it out there, now all of a sudden you have other people who are like, oh, it's fake. We're kind of hate magnets and invite a lot of criticism that has objectively provable damages, and you can hold people accountable for those damages, especially when it's unwarranted and unfounded.
There's been some talk about possibly Joshua using Jake Paul as a tune-up to fight you. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know about tune-up. I think Jake Paul knocks him out.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why so? What impresses you about Jake Paul?
I just think Jake Paul would knock AJ out. I think AJ's a spent force, and I think Jake Paul's on the rise. I like his new heavyweight look. Bit chubby.
Boxing just keeps getting weirder and wilder. Rumors are heating up that Jake Paul, yes, the YouTuber turned boxer, could be stepping into the ring with none other than Anthony Joshua, a 2-time heavyweight champion. Let that sink in. Tommy Fury, who beat Jake back in 2023, isn't buying it. In fact, he's calling it out as potentially rigged. Fury said if the fight goes longer than 2 minutes, fans should seriously question what's really happening. He even joked that Joshua could beat Jake with a broken arm. Meanwhile, Tyson Fury dropped a bomb of his own, saying Jake Paul might actually knock AJ out. And no, he wasn't joking.
What do you think happens if they fight?
What do I think happened? Let's see until they fight, but I'm not sure. I have seen that. I'm not even sure if they are serious though.
They are. They are.
They are?
Yes. Very.
No, come on. You don't believe that, do you?
I do.
You do believe?
I believe they're serious. I don't know if it actually happens, but I do believe there have been serious talks of making it happen. You think it's crazy?
Yeah, I think it's crazy.
Okay.
I think it's crazy. I mean, what's the exact J Paul weight?
His last fight, 200, in 200 range.
Yeah. No. The first is like, we don't, even if we don't get to the experience level, the weight different and everything, it's tough.
As a boxing nut, obviously it's divided opinion. No doubt it's a huge fight because of a profile, but a lot of people would rather see AJ versus what people would deem to be a more credible boxing opponent.
Yeah, I hear that, but it's not my business. You know, it's up to them what they're going to do. And Jake and Nikita, are make it no secret, they're friends. And if they make the fight, I think he takes away a lot of the things that's been said about him, that he doesn't want to fight anybody. He's jumping right into he's jumping into the frying pan and the fire. And it says a lot about him if he's going to do that. I don't know. I mean, I'm hearing all sorts of things are going to happen.
Business, man. Business. It makes sense and it does numbers, then why not?
So you'd encourage him to take that fight?
He's won the title twice. He's done a lot, had a lot of fights. So I'm sure he make more money from that fight than he done some of his title fights. So sometimes if he can make some money, make some money.
But the real shocker, Jake is reportedly willing to take just 1% of the purse, leaving 99% to Joshua, just to make the fight happen. This isn't just a money grab. Jake wants respect, and he's putting his chin on the line for it still. Not everyone's laughing. Derek Chisora warned that if this fight goes ahead and Joshua lands clean, someone's getting seriously hurt. Even Francis Ngannou, a man who fought AJ himself, isn't convinced this matchup is real.
I mean, what have you made of all the talk gathering? It looked like it's going to happen between AJ and Jake Paul. It's quite crazy, isn't it? Eddie Hearn said he'd give it an 8 out of 10 chance of happening at the moment. So it looks like it could be closing in.
You know what? I think it's a great fight, and I think Joshua sparked him out in like 2 rounds. Really? Yeah. Why do you look surprised when I don't?
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying.
Come on, bro. You're fighting like one of the best heavyweight fighters in the world against a YouTuber. Like, come on. Like, respect the sport of boxing. And if AJ has to go in there and show these influencers that, listen, you can't fuck about with boxing. You know what I mean? Someone's going to get hurt badly, and this could be one of the first fights where a fighter gets hurt badly, because if you look at the size difference and the power difference, I mean, bro, there could be brain damages going on there. I mean, AJ could hurt him badly, you know.
Well, when you look at Francis Ngannou, who's one of the most fearsome combat styles there is. I know it's MMA, but we saw what AJ did to Ngannou. So,
and that's why you can't be surprised if AJ is going to do the same to what's it called again? Jake Paul. And I think, to be honest with you, I think AJ can fight Jake and his brother at one time and knock them off.
You're trying to make AJ versus Jake Paul, yeah? So if something happens to Jake Paul and AJ smokes him out, badly, would you be wiping his for the rest of his life? Because he's gonna get hurt.
Oh, hello, Mr. Ethical over here. Look, at the end of the day, what do you want?
I don't want to see Jake Paul hurt guy. I like Jake Paul.
Okay, but at the end of the day as well, I do appreciate that we all have to take some kind of responsibility. This guy is a fighter.
Who?
Jake Paul.
Who's he for?
Would you say that Jake Paul is in the top 100 of the cruiserweight division? Let me tell you something now, Derek Chisora. Right? And I'm going to end on this because I've got to go.
Go on then.
If you go onto BoxRec, which is an independent evaluation of where people sit in the rankings, there's no governing body, there's no politics. I think you agree that in general, BoxRec is pretty fair. Do you know the fighter that is above or below Jake Paul?
Who?
Senad Gashi, who you fought.
You're the first guy to beat Joshua when he was a superstar. You broke the mold, and now Andre Ward calling out Joshua, Jake Paul calling out Joshua. Seems like everybody wants to fight Joshua right now. What do you think about that?
That's crazy. That's exactly what we were just talking about, dude. Everybody wants to fight Anthony Joshua. I think because of the blueprint that he has now, I feel everybody thinks that they could win him, that they could beat him, that he's an easy opponent, that I don't know, that he can't take hits no more, but he's still a dangerous fighter, He's a heavyweight. I don't know Andre Ward fighting Anthony Joshua. I think that's a hard fight.
Jake Paul?
Jake Paul, I think that's actually a little better. But, shout out to Jake Paul, man.
So you give Jake
no
Paul,
one doing it like him.
You give Jake Paul a better chance over Andre Ward against Joshua?
Probably, because he's been active. He's young. He's bigger. He's taller. He's a natural heavyweight.
But promoters are already talking, negotiations are happening, and the hype is building. So, what are we really looking at? A legit crossover super fight, or a dangerous mismatch dressed up as entertainment? One thing's for sure, if this fight actually happens, the whole world will be watching. Who you got? Jake Paul, the influencer with a punch, or Anthony Joshua, the heavyweight destroyer? Drop your thoughts in the comments and hit that subscribe button. We're just getting started.